Good morning, good morning, positive thinkers out there. Good morning, YouTube listeners out there. Good morning. Sunday morning again. Uh, I wish y'all would have a wonderful day today. Um, this is a great morning. Um, Good energy, and I'm grateful this morning. I'm blessed. Um, I'm starting to, I wanted to talk about, I'm starting to get used to this um, time working for me, more time to, I guess, go in depth with positive thinking versus being on the, doing it out on the street. Um, I wanted to play a little music in the background to see how that does. As I said, I'm just starting out with the YouTube recording and stuff like that. And I like it. It's a good experience. So I've been doing well. I've been doing pretty good. Went out and I did some. I got some clips up here on my channel, and hopefully I can put this out into the world or put it on the internet, YouTube, upload it on YouTube. But yeah, I took some clips of my positive thinkers out there, and that was a good experience. So matching those two, the YouTube and my positive thinkers out on 31st and 6th, that was a good experience. Just taking things up and seeing what you could do and creating from it. As I said, I love to create. I love it, and I take creating. I take it very seriously, but within the seriousness, you do find your peaks of fun, moments of sunshine within the seriousness. So that's why I say that you have a fun play, and you also have a negative play or a picking play, and that's the win-win that I was talking about within double positives. As I said before, I take passion seriously. I'm creating seriously. I take it seriously. But within those serious moments, and I wouldn't even say they would be dark clouds, but I'm just giving an example because you're playing with passion, so it's not dark clouds. But I'm just giving an example. All right, say that you have, we're going for a mental plane right here. Say that you have dark clouds, you have a storm coming, but within those clouds, the sun shines through. You have peaks of sun. Same thing with you have peaks of sun, so letting you know that that these clouds, that they're not gonna be here forever. The sun is still there. So basically, what I'm saying is, with passion, it's the same thing. You're working hard. You're in your passion. You're creating. You're having fun doing this. You don't mind staying up late, those extra hours, because you're with the team, and it's about teamwork, and people are depending on you, and you must be here at a certain time. You can only get like 2 hours of sleep. Get an energy drink. Wake up. Boom. Let's do this. We're creating. We're putting things together, and it's a team, and you have a team with you. Or even if you're just by yourself, you're into your passion. Could be a writer just by yourself, and you're just in your flow, in your zone. And while you're in your zone, something may happen to take you away from that moment, but it's a good thing that you might want to laugh at it, or laugh. It might bring you some laughter or joy or whatever like that, or you may receive a phone call while you're writing and take you out of that. Somebody may have something to add to your day or to your passion. So that's what I'm talking about, the win-win. And it might not just be, as I said, it may not be money all the time. It could just be it's just other things. So finding the win-win within the double positives, and being conscious of that, and seeing if one can document it. Oh, I found a win-win. I call it, and you also hear this talk, killing two birds with one stone. Killing two birds with one stone. That's another. Well, I got a win-win. I killed two birds with one stone. Boom, boom. And you can find that within double positives. So to be conscious of it, record it down. Oh, you found a win-win, and boom. As I said, I'm out there, and I would like to hear about it. I'm out, on 31st 6th, and I would like to hear about it. But so this is the way my morning is going this morning. Great. I'm grateful, and I'm blessed, and I just had my mind on some things. The win-win. I'm gonna say this: if you agree with the videos and this video that's coming out, if you agree, please like and subscribe and pass it on. Like, subscribe, and pass it on. I appreciate it. No. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving every minute of it. I have no complaints. And again, it's not something that it's not something I was looking to do. It's just something that I sort of fell into, and I guess who knows when you fall? Who knows what happens when you fall? What can you create out of it? What can you get out of it? What can you make out of it when you do fall? But it's something I fell into, and I'm glad I fell this way. I don't know. Going back to that, I wanted to bring oh yeah, this is another thing I'm going to talk about. Here's the wishbone again. My friend the wishbone. Where the rope is at, that's where it starts the choice. That's where we start the choice, right there. Where the string is tied down at the bottom. That's the choice. So every morning when I wake up, I got a choice to think about. Which way do I want to go? Do I want to feed with this energy, or do I want to feed with this energy? So that rope right there, and that's the reasons. Rope of reasons. But that's where it starts, right at that rope. That's the important part right there of the wishbone. Certain things I can't answer to, and certain things I don't want to, I don't want to bring out. So I don't know. So, and also, yeah, I want to talk about bending law. That's another reason why I brought this wishbone out. Bending law. I'm bending law to match my stories. Negative thinking, negative attitude, looking for positive results. Bending law. That comes from insanity, the short end of the stick. Sabotage, waking up to sabotage myself. Bending law to match my story so that I can receive positive results. This is what I was talking about, going back with what's happening now with our institutions and this government and stuff like that, So I wanted to put that out there, bending law to match my story so I can receive positive results. Okay. And it's to say good morning again. Good morning. I don't know. I wanted to bring up some of my quotes, or not my quotes. I tell you, I was out doing positive thinking, and this guy came up to me, and on the street. A lot of people come up, but this guy came up to me, and somebody introduced me, but anyway, introduced me to this person, and he came up to me on the streets one day and gave me some quotes. I consider him a friend of mine. His name is Sammy Simpson, so you'll be hearing his name on some of these quotes. Now, see, as I said, I like to match up. I like to wake up and match up. So, and as I said, as long as one thing backs up another thing, and another, just like that domino line I talked about. One thing is backed up with another thing. That's why I said holding on to my ropes of reason. But I wanted to talk about this one. I'll show it to you. It's the way it is. Okay. It says, he who trims himself to suit everyone will soon whittle himself away. Something to think about. Now, going after passion. Am I doing this for me, or am I doing this to try to fit in? Am I doing this just for me, and or is it more about trying to please others? So, because I care about what others think about me. He who trims himself to suit everyone will soon whittle himself away. This is why I use this wishbone. As I said, I'm going after my passion. And fitting in, talking about fitting in, wanting to fit in. And I tell my positive thinkers, I was never the one to want to go out and try to fit in with things. I'm not, even when I was going through my negative ways, I didn't want to fit in with I would look and see what certain people did and stuff like that, and I would make it on my decision whether I wanted to go with that move, or I would hear, but I never wanted to try to fit in with anything. I felt, me personally, that takes a lot of energy to try to fit in with things and just instead of just being yourself, because I'm like looking at fitting in, because I'm like, when I try to fit in, well, you're not going to like me anyway because I'm not being myself. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to fit in with you. I'm doing what I'm being told to do by you. Something like a underling. I never, and then the reason why I didn't try to fit in with doing my negatives is because I did a lot of things by myself. So if it was just by myself, then I can only tell on myself. That's why I didn't have, other people, doing things with me. I'll just leave it like that. But he who trims himself to suit everyone will soon whittle himself away. And I'm like, okay, so if I didn't do it in my negatives, I'm not going to do it while I'm doing my positives. And I'm kind of glad that I was given these things, and that's by Raymond Hall. So he who trims himself, and I keep that. I keep that in my head. The next one is make every moment count for something that is uniquely you. As I said, I fell. Because as I said in earlier videos, I knew that I wanted to come to New York and have positive thinking for me, because basically I was just tired of insanity and its lies to me, and me sitting there acting like, or pretending like I don't know any better, and going with this stuff, and then getting myself into trouble, while others, depending on the situation, because as I said, I did things by myself, but while others just get away. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there in the deep water while others are on the on the pier or on safe grounds. But I'm out there in the water doing all the fishing, and then I come back, and then well, how did you do out there? Well, how did you think? So I just got tired of the just the ridiculous talk that came with the dealing with insanity. So, but now I'm on the other side of things, and it feels good. Feels good. So make every moment count for something that is uniquely you. That's by I told you, I have a good friend. So that's by this guy, Samuel Simpson. Make every moment count for something that's uniquely you. So yeah, I was talking about me falling into this double positive. So as I said, I knew when I came to New York, I wanted to have positive thinking because I just wanted to change. I got tired of the ridiculous talk. I can't. So now I'm doing positive thinking. You still get ridiculous talk. Oh, on both sides of the coin, you get ridiculous talk now. So, but I don't regret from switching negative to positive. And would there be any, as far as I could see, no. Higher powers there with me. No. As I said, I fell into double positives. I knew I had to have positive thinking, and it's just something that, I just, it came out my mouth. Telling people to have a positive day, and one event led to another. And so each step that I took mentally, one event leading to another, there's more responsibility that I had to take. So, there's more, each step that you take mentally, or just starting off from having a positive day led to another step. So I got to take responsibility with that step, and I have to take, since I'm speaking, I have to take responsibility of what's being put out there. And even things that being put out there about me, I have to, because it's on the street, it's different, There's no security or nothing like that to take people out. It's just right there on the street. So I had to take certain responsibilities in saying things. So that's why I don't mind sharing my business when I go out there on 31st and 6th. I don't mind sharing. You know what I mean? As I said, if you're done with something, on one side you want to expose, on the other side you're trying to keep it. So, but make every moment count for something that is uniquely you. When I wake up, going for passion. I agree. I agree with both of those. Making every moment count for something that is uniquely you. And I do it. Discipline. I believe in that, disciplining myself, and I like it. I like to discipline myself. Having some sort of control. Well, no, I don't need to go out here and have a drink today. I don't want to go out here because there's something else that I would like to do and I want to accomplish. No, I can't go do this with you. And then it's an energy. It's an energy. It all depends on what do you want. As I said, practice and all this other stuff. Everything goes with it. Making every moment count for something that's uniquely you. It's got to be all in the sauce. It's all in the sauce. So every day that I wake up, I do something. Right now, I'm in the learning stage, so that's why it's moving kind of slow. See, right now I'm getting used to certain things, and because when I was in my negative way, there was none of this stuff. You see, it won't none of this stuff. It was some simple steps. Boom, boom, boom. So now I'm just getting used to certain stuff. So it's kind of slow, but it's gonna pick up. It's gonna pick up. But yeah. So I don't know. It's a blessing. It's great. I'm you know. As I said and I'm just giving you a little bit of me here. As I said in I think the last video, you still get the same high, but you just gotta know your phone call. It goes back to that phone call. It goes back to that phone call. Knowing your phone call. Are you gonna pick it up, or are you gonna try to depend on other people's phone calls? Or it's a lot. It's a lot. But as I said, the ride is fun. The ride is fun. And me personally, I just bring higher power with me. I just bring my higher power with me. So I want to go over some more of this footage room stuff. Okay? Yeah, misery is funny. The misery, insanity. Insanity is funny. Insanity, talking about feel good. Now, insanity don't want you to have no feel good. No, that's the wrong insanity. Say that's the, see, and the thing about it is, when I was dealing with insanity, I was dealing with insanity within myself. You know, I would take my insanity out at other people. Insanity be within myself, because conviction would hit me. You know, I'm battling with me and conviction. I wasn't really worried about what others would think about me, talking about trying to fit in. I wasn't worried about what others think about me, because I knew what I wanted to do with my life. This is the reason why I'm going after passion now. I knew what I wanted to do with my life. I told one person what I really wanted to do with my life, and the expression that I got from this person, I was like, okay, well, maybe I might not tell anybody else what I wanted to do with my life. I mean, it was kind of, because I seen the expression of this person's face. It was like, oh, you know, oh. I was like, no, please don't. You know, you just messing all over my passion. But I told this one person what I really wanted to do with my life, and that expression kind of turned me off from telling others. But I tell people now, and but anyway, I already told YouTube I'm going to be an actor. That's what I'm going to do here in New York. And it doesn't matter to me what type. You know, I just like, you know, I like the art. I like the things that go with it. I don't want to get too deep in that, because I want to go to the footage room. But let's see. Yeah, I put some more things into the footage room. Now, as I said, this is on one side of the wishbone. On one side of the wishbone is going to make the double positives. We should be able to find that win-win within the double positives. I mean, from what I put into the footage room, and just little mental sticky notes, or whatever it is a person does to put it in their mind, it's the conscious mind. You know, some things just to think about. We should be able to find a win-win. Now, we may win, but to find those win-wins, I'm gonna be truthful. They come few, but when they do come, or I do take notice of it, and I'm conscious of it, I'm like, wow, I'm like, it works. I found a win-win when I'm conscious of it. Sometimes I'm not conscious of it. Like if I just walk across and I find $20 and I was like, okay, I'm conscious of it, but I just don't really try to match things up like that. Trying to find the win-win within the double positives, killing two birds with one stone, basically. Okay. I put the song, seems I better let it go. Boom, 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 boom. Looks like another Love TKO. Love TKO. It takes Teddy Pendergrass. It takes a fool to lose twice. It takes a fool to lose twice. Negative thinking, negative attitude. Losing twice already. Negative, negative. It takes a fool to lose twice. But it takes a fool to lose twice. I put that in the footage room. Yeah, because doing things over and over again, expecting different results. When am I going to say, well, hey, there's got to be something else out there? When am I going to say, hey, George, stop going into this wall. Let's try to look for another way. Let's step with instead of always stepping with the right foot, let's try to step with the left. You see? We're always walking on one foot. I got another foot. Let's try to step with the left foot. Let me try to go another way. It takes a fool to lose twice. I have passion. I have passion that I want to go after. Not try to go after, that I want to go after. I can't keep losing over here, and my passion does not lie over there. My passion may lie on the left side. So now I'm going to go with I'm start leading with my left foot. It takes a fool to lose twice. Losing, You keep doing something over and over again, you're just losing, for the duration or to some for the rest of their lives. Keep losing. Insanity. Caught up in the way of insanity. That's why I say, did you fall in love with insanity, or are you learning from insanity? It's a big difference. So I put the quarter into the footage room. Oh, it takes a fool to lose twice. Yeah, doing things over and over. Saw that the way didn't work, but I want to keep going after that way. To try to make that piece of the puzzle fit when I know it doesn't fit. But I want to keep trying to make it fit. I want to keep trying to force it in there. It doesn't fit. Just like with this phone call that I'm going after, I can't force it. I can't force. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But at least I feel like at least I've tried, or at least I tried to do something about it. But if it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. I'm not going to force it. You see? But that's why I said it becomes it's a win-win, because it's about the ride, But yeah, I put this song, TKO. It takes a fool to lose twice. Insanity. And after I lose twice, I want to keep losing. After it didn't work, come on. Not for the rest of my life. See? Not for the rest of my life to keep losing twice. And then I know I have a burning desire to try to achieve something within inside. Well, that's my conviction. What are you doing? What are you doing going against my better judgment? What are you doing playing with this over here when you know you could be playing with this over here on the left side, on the double positive side? And now I'm in battle with myself, talking about misery. Now, another way of misery is, I'm in battle with myself. But see, I always kept my battle with myself. I always kept my battles with myself. I didn't try to take my insanity and misery out on others. I kept it within myself, because I knew that I was messing up, but I knew I always had this passion inside. So I was like, what are you doing playing with these toys over here when you have to be playing with this over here? So he who trims himself to suit everyone will soon whittle himself away. That was with myself. I wanted to bring that up because within negative thinking, negative attitude, there are times where, well, not me, but when and I'm talking about it. This is negative thinking, negative attitude has many different roads. Many different reasons why somebody would want to get into negative or travel insanity's ways. Many different reasons why, or whatever why. As I said, I could be trying to impress somebody, so I may want to be like this person or something like that. You know, he who trims himself to suit everyone will soon wither himself away. Trying to fit in, you know, trying to fit in with insanity. On double positives, is there any? No. Yeah, people like me for me, being myself. Don't have to try to fit in. I'm just using the wishbone with trying to fit in. So I don't know what made me go to that. No, they say be yourself, and I say okay. We agree. Agreement. There's no fitting in. We accept each other. You know, come as you are. How you doing? You know, we engage in conversation. Good conversation. No, there's no trying to fit in. It's just agreement. I put the quarter into the footage room. The quarter. Now the quarter goes like this. You got heads, and I use this compared to the president. That's why the quarter went into the footage room. You have heads and you have tails. I'm going to come out on stage on the podium and I'm going to say this. And you could take this into the personal life. Friends. How many of us have them? Friends. The ones that you depend on. And friends. When you have money. Oh yeah, you got friends. When you have money, you got friends. You got people that's going to give you this. People that want to drive your car. Mentally, they want to drive your airplane mentally and tell you what to do. Man, you should do this with your money. You should do that. And you got friends. Yeah, and that's why I say insanity. Sharks eating sharks. You have friends. When you have lots of money, or when things are, or when you're receiving that certain, attention or whatever it is that attracts people, and for the flow to go like that, and then the thing about it, when they get to you or get in your circle, then they want to try to mentally try to fly your career or try to take hold of the stick. That's why I say don't watch out for others trying to attach themselves to your phone call. See, they have to answer their own phone call. You got your phone call. People want to try to cling on to your phone and try to tell you which way to fly when you already have direction in your mind. You're that talented enough. Believing in yourself. You don't need all that's just, I don't know. I put the quarter into the footage room. So I was talking about you can add this to your life too, but I use that compared to the president. Comes out and speaks about one thing and turns around and does another thing. So it's almost like the revolving mirror. But you come out and you say one thing, but then turn right. You come out and tell the American people one thing. And come out on the microphone and just blast that stuff away. But then no more than 3 minutes later, that's it. I'm going to come out there and tell them one thing, but then I'm going to go right behind and just do the opposite. See, and that's another thing I wanted to get out too. That's why it's a win-win with positive thinking with this wishbone here. Remember the reasons. That's why with this wishbone, that's why it's a win-win since I'm talking about that. Because it's like Um, I'm gonna have to explain it like this. Negative thinking, negative attitude. If I get my hand caught in a cookie jar, but this is like a high profile thing. This is all in the cameras and everything like that. The news cameras is on TV. But see, it's either I would have to come out of character. See, my thing is I have to stay in character. That's the whole thing. Negative thinking, negative attitude. If I get caught in something, and I'm going to have to sacrifice something, or I'm going to have to sacrifice a lot, then my thing or my job would be I have to stay in character. I have to. If I come out of character, then I'm just letting the double positives know that they were right. See, this is the thing that I'm talking about. What's going on with what's going on with this presidency? See, I would have to. He's in character, and he's got to remain. I'm just going to break it down like this. He's got to remain in character. If he comes out of that character, then that just lets the double positives know that positive thinking, positive attitude, that it was right. But if I stay in character, then I would have to do little things, and I would have to, especially when I know that people are on. I've been caught with my hand in a cookie jar. Now people are on to me. So I have to do little things to try to throw people's attention away, so I can try to solve the problems that I'm facing now. This is what I'm talking about, juggling within negatives. Pretty soon I'm going to start dropping pins. So coming out saying one thing, but then turning around and saying another. I mean, it's coming out saying one thing, but I'm gonna turn as soon as I turn my back, which is the tail side, I'm doing the exact opposite of what I told you. Okay. What do I do, Coach? I put what do I do? What do I do, Coach? Coach. What do I do? What do I do, Coach? I said, I told my positive thinkers, I said, you're going to ask the coach, what do you do after you done went through all that practice and you done went through all that training? You done went through spring training. You done did all that jogging. We done went over all these drills, even had talks in the locker room. And then when we get out on it, and you're the pitcher, and then you did all those warm-ups, and before the game starts, you go over and says, Coach, we got all these crowds of people out here. They're taking pictures, and I'm a little nervous. What do I do? I'm a little nervous. What do I do, Coach? You did all that, and then you get nervous, and what do I do, Coach? I told I say, well, what you need to do, if I was a coach, I said, well, what you need to do is you need to take a seat. You need to have a seat on the bench, and you figure out what to do. See? You figure out what you need to do. I'm going to put somebody else in who already knows what to do. See, they know. They can match things up. What do I do, Coach? I said, positive thinking, positive attitude. Take your day. Take charge of your day. You know what to do. It ain't just no, what do I do, Coach? And feel good while doing it. You see? As I said, misery doesn't like. And if you feel, well, you watch. Insanity, you start feeling good for like a couple of days, go past 7 or 12, 14 days. Hey, insanity will come up to you. Now, insanity may have cloaked energy. It may want to come up and feel good with you. You know, it may have some cloaked energy. You know, but it might have ulterior motives too. But it's going to say, well, why do you feel so good? So what's going on? So you got to watch out for that too. You might have cloaked energy. You come up feeling good, but you really don't feel good inside. You just want to feel good. You're feeling good because you want some information from me. You see? That's the reason why you're feeling good. Gotta watch out for certain things like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, so I put yeah, what do I do, coach? You should know what positive thinking, positive attitude, feeling good while doing it, going after your passion. What do you mean, what do you do? What you been practicing on? What you been practicing on? What's in your mind? What do you do, coach? Yeah, I say you need to sit on the bench. Sit on the bench and think about what to do. Yeah. See? Might be coming from some of that insanity way. Getting past the shock. Gotta get past the shock. Yeah, I gotta get past the shock. Yeah, see, the thing about it, yeah, when I came to New York, I'm dealing with positive thinking. Boo positive thinking. Anything, boo positive thinking is not gonna work. That's not gonna work. You know, it's like you get married. It's like it carries with you, even though that you know that you're right about a certain thing. Getting past the shock of boo positive thinking. And I'm still learning, but you got to get, accept things and move right past it. Okay, well, okay. You say boo positive thinking. Well, I can't just what am I gonna stand there and beat you over the head with positive thinking? If you say that you don't like positive thinking or you don't like my company, I just move right on. I move right past it. See, I'm not going to waste my time with that. See, I got to flip to the next page, getting past the shock. Getting past the shock with sharks eating sharks. Insanity doing things to each other. Selling each other out, throwing each other up on the bus. People are catching time, getting past the shark. But you want me to come and join in? And I'm seeing all this stuff that you're doing with insanity? Oh, hey, I just said there's some questions that I asked myself about some things. You want me to jump in to the water, and I'm just seeing a shark eat off another shark fin, and you say, hey, well, you got to do something. Come on and jump in. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, see, this is why we positive thinkers, we're up on the boat. See, we're looking down at the sharks. Getting past that shock. Man, did you see that? Did you see that shark just throw him right under the bus like that? I've never met the person in my life. Well, now you never met the person in your life, huh? But after all these good things you done said about this person, now when they get their business and all this stuff blown up in the news, I've never seen that person within my life. And so I say, once we're told these things, and we're sitting there shocked, because we heard in this here, you just said all this stuff about this person, and so we're in shock. We're like, we're in shock. That's the look of nonsense too. That's the look of somebody got told some nonsense when they just been hit. They've been smacked dead in the face with some nonsense. Especially when they look at somebody else. Did you hear what this? Yeah, I heard it. The question is, are you going to go for that? That's the thing right there. See? That's the thing right there. The question is, are you going to go for that? See? And this is why I put little self-help tips. See? And, insanity don't want me to spread self-help tips. But see, all this stuff came from when Humpty Dumpty opened the book. See? He opened Pandora's box, and all the stuff came out. So I put the dominoes into the footage room. One thing leads to another, and everything just travels right on down the line. Only thing you got to do is just match it up. But insanity wants to sit there and say that stuff doesn't match. And I'm telling insanity that it does match, and insanity knows that this stuff matches, see? But it wants to convince me that this stuff don't match. Because if it convinces me that this stuff don't match, then all my other positive things, no, we can't roll like that. You see? So this is no. So we can't roll like that. See, insanity will tell you anything. Anything. I put safety. I know about safety. I like safety. Safety is I like safety. Now, I'm going through my negative thinking, negative attitude. And you know, he who tries to fit himself, he who trims himself to suit everyone, will soon wither himself away. See, say, George, I'm going through my negative thinking, negative attitude. George, you won't open that door and step out of it. And I say, I don't know. Well, why not? Hey, you're going through the negative way. You're doing things. I said, well, I'm gonna open this door and I'm gonna walk out and I'm gonna see what's going on. This is where why not what's gonna happen came into the footage room. I put that into the footage room too. So I say, why not? What's gonna happen? And I go out, I open the door and I go out and nothing would be there. I don't know. And so I say, okay. So, doing this over and over again, and I tell my positive thinkers that while I'm in my negative thinking, negative attitude way, that I'm just making my higher power just work overtime. What I'm doing is I'm challenging my safety, but I'm challenging, basically, I'm challenging my safety. And I tell my positive thing, I tell myself this too, but when I'm out there speaking, I shouldn't say, like that, but while I'm out there speaking, I say, what has safety done to me for me to challenge it? Safety has been that bad to me for me to keep challenging it? There's no reason for me to keep. Safety is there for my good. Safety is there just for what it's for, to keep me safe. There's no sense. See, that's when insanity wants you to think, I dare you, you won't do this. I dare you, you won't do. And you know what? Insanity will never stop with it. Because there's always going to be something next. There's always going to be a next level with insanity. Well, I'll dare you to do this. Well, if you did that, well, I'll dare you to do this. Well, if you did that, well, I'll double dare you. It's always that with insanity. It's always another thing with insanity. And I was saying, what has safety ever done to me for me to keep challenging my safety like that? For me to just keep throwing my safety out there like that? Casting it out there like it's a piece of bait on a fishing rod. Keep casting my safety out in the ocean like that. One day something's going to bite that safety. So I put safety in the footage room. Now that's for us positive thinkers. That's where all the space comes in from on the double positive side and on the double negatives. Well, explain. This is why they can't explain it. This is why the White House, they can't explain. Explain that jump that you're trying to make over here to these double positives. This is why they keep coming up with different, because they're trying to explain this jump. They're trying to jump on the double positive side. Negative thinking, negative attitude. They're trying to jump. They're trying to make that jump. Hopefully, we keep blocking them. No, you cannot make that jump. That's why all that space is there. That space is there for our safety. On that side, that's how far away I should be from those double negatives on that side. That space is there for the safety. So that space, then that string, that's the rope, reasons. But safety, there's no keep challenging my safety. I dare you. And that that gets into like a childish game, He who that's still trying to fit in, because you trying to meet their dare. You trying to, well, I'll dare you to do this, and it doesn't stop. Because it's going to be a dare or something else. You see? When 9 times out of 10 the person that's promoting that won't do it themselves. But they'll dare, 9 times out of 10. I'm not saying, everybody's like that, but you just got your certain ways, certain things to look out for, certain things to look out for, saving energy. That's not saving me. That's not saving you energy. You keep participating, keep participating in the dare, challenging your safety. That's not saving energy. You keep participating in the dare. You see. So you're challenging your your safety. And safety has not been that bad to me for me to keep challenging my safety. I do one more. Confirmation. Confirmation can go with the win-win. But looking for as you're going out through the course of your day, look for your confirmation. You may proceed. How are you feeling? That's the positive thinkers. Confirmation. They give me confirmation. Yeah, George, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. You still? Yeah, I'm still going now. Yeah, I'm there. I talking to relatives. They can tell by the energy. They want to know my energy. Well, you may proceed. Okay. And he tell me you may proceed, and I say okay, and I go and I proceed. Well, all right. It's just an agreement. Confirmation goes along with agreement. You need a confirmation number. Do you have your confirmation number? And boom, boom, boom. Check in with the positive thinkers. Okay, well, you may proceed. I say okay. Thank you. That's how it goes. Yeah. So I wanted to do that. I wanted to share some things, some more positive seeds. Hopefully, some people can pick up on some things. As I said, if you like and you agree to some things, please like, subscribe, and if you have already, thank you. I appreciate it. And please pass it on. Like the football, like the basketball, please pass it on. Boom, pass it on. Make that touchdown. Pass it on. And I don't know. Pass it on. And have a positive day. Have a positive day. You know what to do. Positive thinking. My attitude must follow. Have a blessed, beautiful day. Bye.